is hired. So they went from defensive coordinator to defensive coordinator, which is interesting on how these teams, and we're going to go down each one and go defense, offense, defense, offense. Then, of course, the Washington Commanders are still the last one to hire a coach. And, of course, we know that Johnson turned them down. We talked about that yesterday. And the question is, why wouldn't they? Because when you look at when I look at the Commanders, you got Magic Johnson now as part ownership, small part, but he's in part. He's in there looking, so he understands. He's a sharp guy. He knows what they need. So he's looking at them going, okay, who are we going to take? Who's going to be the guy? But no matter what they do, they're missing two things. They're going to have a quarterback, and they got to have a sharp, young offensive coordinator if they hire Mike Vrabel. So they've got a pretty good defense, I think, but that's what you're going to have to hire. If you go with a defensive coordinator, you're going to have a smart offensive coordinator, and you got to get a quarterback. The Chargers, of course, hired Jim Harbaugh, and why wouldn't you? That's the only juicy job that there was this year, even though he's going to have to play his brother, and he's going to have to play Sean Payton 2 times a year, and he's going to have to play Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid twice a year. So those are 4 games right there that, man, if you go 2-2, you're having a fantastic year, which they can because they're losing close games. A lot of it because of their coach. Harbaugh is not going to make the mistakes. He's not going to go for it on 4th and 2 from his own 25-yard, 28-yard line. He's not doing stuff like that. The Atlanta Falcons hired Raheem Morris, and they should have hired him instead of Arthur Smith in the first place. And I think that's why they realized their mistake and they came back and they rectified it because he was a former assistant coach with them. He was up for the coaching job when they hired Arthur Smith, who is now the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, and they hired him instead of Raheem Morris. And I think that they felt like they made a mistake, and so they're trying to rectify that. And, of course, Raheem Morris is going to already was a head coach when he was younger. I think he understands what he needs to do differently. And like I said, they got to get a quarterback, and whether the quarterback that they have there is okay, I still think you got to have a quarterback in this league, and you have to have a young offensive coordinator who thinks outside the box, who is just a genius. Because what did they do what did McDonald do when he left? I mean, what did the guy do what did we do from the Dolphins? He left and he took the young assistant coach, made him the offensive coordinator. What did the Houston Rockets coach, what did he do when he left? Took the young offensive coordinator from San Francisco. So that's what they're doing. You got to go poach and find a young guy and poach him and move him up. And then, of course, after that, if you do that, chances of them getting a job are done. That's why Rob Johnson ended up staying. And I believe that he did the right decision. To me, the best job on this list was the San Diego Chargers. If he didn't get that, and my understanding is he didn't interview well, but to me, I like the Commanders. I like that opportunity. I like the ownership. I like where you're at, and I think that'd been a great opportunity for him to really do something. But clearly, he did not interview well because you have to do that. And then the Carolina Panthers taking Dave Canales. I mean, Tepper, the owner of the Panthers, he's a hard guy for people to really want to play for. He's rich, and he's the one that threw the drink on one of the opposing team's fan because they were getting beat. I mean, that's childish. You're a billionaire. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. And the Los Angeles Raiders, Antonio Pierce, I think they would have had a mutiny had they not hired him. Because they had a mutiny. They wanted the former coach hired before, and they took Josh McDaniel. And I think they would have had a mutiny on that team had they done that again. Tennessee Titans taking Brian Callahan. I think that they just, Vrabel wore out his welcome there, and it was time to do something different. New England Patriots, Jared Mayo, of course, defensive coordinator, and of course he was right there, and he is they're hired within. He knows the culture, he knows what they're trying to do, but yet I think at the same time he understood the mistakes, and I think that he is going to make some changes. But it has to be several things. One, you can't hire a bunch of old dudes who aren't able to relate to the younger guys. Being older, I'm an older man, but yet I do relate to the younger kids, and that's why I've been coaching for 13 years doing training, is because I know how to relate to kids. And you're going to have to be an older guy. I think Andy Reid relates to kids well. I think Bill Belichick did not. And so I think that was the final nail in his coffin. But the question is, at 73, do you bring him back as a coach? And I think that he's going to want the same sort of power that he had there in New England, and I don't think anybody's going to give that to him if he could just flat out coach. But I just don't see him, coaching whoever somebody wants him to pick, and I don't think that's in his wheelhouse. I really don't. I think he's one of those guys that he has to be in control, he has to be in charge, and he has to be the one that's making all the decisions. And I think that is going to be a huge factor. So when I look at this list, okay, you have defensive coordinator. That's one, two, three, four of those deals with defensive coordinators. You can't. I think it's the last 5 years. I saw this. I don't know who it was. The last 5 years, the Super Bowls have had had offensive coaches. The last five Super Bowls. And so for me, as a team, if you hire a defensive coordinator, in the last five Super Bowls have been offensive coordinator or offensive guys have been the guys. And that's what you do. To me, that's not smart. You got to hire an offensive guy if you want to win. Now, Jim Harbaugh. Are you going, Allison?
No.
Now, so when do you want me to talk about? I'm trying to talk about football. No, I didn't want to talk about it. Yeah, kind of. We're talking about the coaching hires.
Let's talk about how Dez called it. Let's talk about how
Wait. Dez called it.
Dak cheated for the other team because he was throwing it like he was playing middle school football.
Dez ain't playing no more.
That's not. It's the principle. It's not the point. It's the principle. Dez called it back then. That was still a call. That was still a catch. We always get cheated the last 2 or 3 games before the end. Every time.
Okay, but Al, in the Lions game, y'all caught a break by them not giving that guy. He clearly reported in, and the refs didn't give it to him. So you won that game because of the referees, right? No, they didn't cheat. They didn't cheat. But I have a question for you, and Keith, I have one for you too on this. Why didn't any of the players of the ownership come out and support Dak? After two family members went off on him?
To be honest, that's weird. They should have.
Not one player.
They should have.
Nor nobody in the coaching staff or ownership, not one person took up for him.
So
how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel as a Cowboy fan? Yeah. How do you feel as a Cowboy fan?
I personally think as a Cowboys fan, Dak has did his purpose for the past few years. Now it's on to the next.
Yeah, but you got to remember though, he has a no trade clause, and you can't franchise tag him, and you owe him $59 million.
You ready to get rid of him?
And you owe him $59 million. Well, Jerry says that they're ready to do whatever they need to. So they're ready to pay him more than they pay Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, sir. I don't even want to speak on what Jerry Jones about to say about Cowboys. His opinion does not even matter to me.
You didn't color your hair blue.
He don't care about the fans.
She don't need.
He don't care about us going.
Keith, you can't tell her she need to color her hair blue, man. For the Cowboys, it was red, man. She did it red for the 49ers and the Chiefs. So, sorry, Allison. She wanted to get into it. I was trying to avoid it, but she wanted to get into it. So, we ended up having to say what we had to say for it. Okay, now, Keith, I have a question for you. because it's up. If he goes hunting for money, he's done. You look at if he stays there, okay, he's going to make that because he's going to be 32, 33 years old when he retires. He's still a young man. You're going to make that up in business investments and different things. The Chiefs Kingdom will take care of him. And when you look at their great tight end who left and went to Atlanta, he can't come back. He's trying to come back and do stuff. They don't want anything to do with it. They're like, no, you left, bro. You ain't a Chiefs guy anymore. We thank you for what you did, but you're gone. So the problem with Chris Jones is that to me, one, this year he cost the Chiefs because DeAndre Hopkins would have signed with the Chiefs this year, and they would have been off and running. But Chris's guys who is their first big contract screwed up everything. He should have taken what they offered him. You're not the best defensive tackle. You should be. You are the best. But to me, based on what Aaron Donald did, he got paid the most money, which he should. And I don't think you should supplant him as the best, highest paid player. And to me, nobody else got that. Everybody else got placed in the deal. So you're going to be the second highest paid player, but you wanted to be the highest paid. That's crazy. Second of all, you got to think about your future. Now, if you leave Kansas City and you go somewhere else for the money, that's great. But you got a couple years left of being dominant. After that, bro, what you going to do? You're going to be 33 years old, 34 at the most. You're going to be young. Instead of staying there in Kansas City and then going for three, if you win this year, you have a chance to win 3 in a row. Nobody's ever done that. Your defense is still young. You can re-sign L'Jarius Sneed. You still have money to do something. You're sitting there pretty to do something historic instead of going after some money. It makes no sense to me. But players have to you have to do your own thing. You got to feel your own way. You got to go your own desires. You got to go after what you go after. But legacy means way more than money. Because I promise you, if you stay at Kansas City, you're going to be doing more commercials. You're going to be doing more things. Now, you're going to get that $10 million or 15, whatever it is. That's great. Okay? But the amount of money and the amount of notoriety and what you're going to be able to make over your lifetime, over the next 30 years staying in Kansas City and what that will mean to you is going to far outweigh what you're trying to get right now in your last contract. And you're with 2 agents who you're their biggest client. They've never gone through that before, and they completely screwed the pooch. Because if you sign and you do what you're supposed to do, Patrick Mahomes already left money on there. He could have taken money. He left money on the table. He didn't have to do that, but he left money on the table. And what'd you do? You want to go get it all. He took a cut. Travis took a cut. Everybody takes a cut. You want your maximum. Makes no sense to me. So, what up, Chris?
How you doing?
You wearing 49ers hat today?
You know it.
Well, Chris, your boy back there says it's going to be 31-27. Niners.
They ain't getting 27. I'm not scoring 27.
So what's your take?
31-20.
Chiefs?
Hell no.
Oh, you're saying they're going to get 30 points against the Chiefs defense?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think they're going to.
This is going to be a 21-17, 24-21 game, 24-17, something like that. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to.
I'm going to say this right now. The last 2 games you got behind.
Who's your team?
I don't have a team. No, in football I don't have a team. It's the only sport I don't have a team. I got basketball, baseball, hockey, but I don't have a football team.
I'm listening. At the end of the day, one thing I've learned.
Don't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
Oh no, I don't bet. I did learn, but yeah.
But
What else?
So when you see, at the end of the day, when they show the record, it only shows a W or L.
100%.
So I don't care if it's 20 to
But
19.
what I'm saying is,
49.
okay, this is what I told everybody. The Chiefs are going to beat the Ravens because I said if the Ravens do what they did against the Houston Texans, they're going to get beat by the Chiefs because of Chiefs defense. They have the number 1 defense. Chiefs had number 2 defense. Okay, if you do that against them, you're going to get beat. 49ers, if Brock Purdy starts slow and start doing the stuff, first of all, they're not going to drop a pass and bounce off their helmet to Brandon Ayuk for a touchdown.
Yeah,
That's an interception.
But you know what?
Well, hold on.
Their receivers ain't going to be able to catch him.
That's an interception.
Right, he does.
Okay, first of all, the Chiefs are going to move the ball against the 49ers because this is exact opposite. Keith and I talked about this. This is exact opposite of the first Super Bowl. The 49ers defense was, what was it, Keith? Ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Chiefs offense, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's flip-flop. The 49ers offense, the Chiefs defense. It's the exact opposite.
You think the Chiefs defense is better than the 49ers defense?
Oh, yeah,
Now,
100%.
I think the Chiefs defense has been playing better.
No, the Chiefs defense.
The second half.
I'll think they better.
I don't think they're
The
better.
Chiefs defense is better than the 49ers.
No.
Look at what the 49ers Chiefs defense has given the second half in the last 7 games.
That's what I said.
The last 7, which is what we're talking about.
True, I can't.
We're talking about right now. We're talking about right now.
Deny that.
Okay?
Steve
Now,
Wilkes should be fired.
in the beginning of the year, 100% the 49ers were big. Lamar lit the 49ers up.
Yeah. Our defense,
But now I'm gonna put a caveat or star next to that.
Well, that's
Well,
not true.
no. I'm gonna put a star next to that because Lamar kills every NFL defense.
He
in
didn't
NFC
really light
too.
us up.
What I'm saying, every
Right.
but no, every NFC,
Mark
every
Purdy puts
what,
in bad
what I'm saying is every NFC
Short
defense that Lamar plays because they don't play him. They don't know how to play him.
Are you listening?
Go ahead.
Brock Purdy put what you call them, great filters in every time.
yeah.
So they had far to go. It wasn't like Lamar was down the 10-yard line and he took him all the way down the field. He wasn't doing that.
So do you believe this? Harbaugh was the reason why they lost the Chiefs.
The offensive coordinator was. Well, the head coach is. He signed off.
And the reason why,
Defensive coordinator.
because for whatever reason,
Or defensive coach, I'm sorry.
whatever reason,
Go ahead. Why can't you just say it?
Because why Lamar Jackson didn't run the ball? No,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, you can't.
Well, actually, this is what I think. I think Lamar, and I'm gonna say this as nice as I can say it. Lamar has been categorized. That's a better word that I was going to use. Categorized as a certain type of quarterback.
Yes.
This year, Lamar has been praised on him not being a running quarterback, but a guy who can throw from the pocket.
Yeah.
And I think that no matter what, he still is competing with Patrick Mahomes.
But did you hear Odell when they're down some? Did you hear Odell on the sideline? He said, "Man, you need to take off. You need to run the ball.
Yeah.
We need to highlight this. We need to set this offense
No,
on fire." So that means somebody is in Lamar Jackson's ear,
Right, the head because
coaching, saying,
right,
"Do not run."
right. They want him to throw the ball from the pocket, and Lamar wants to because part of it. Lamar wants that too.
But you
And Ryan Clark said, "Look, you need to be," and they said it in a nice way. Him and Shannon, being light skinned us versus
Yeah.
dark skinned,
Yeah.
and the way we speak
Exactly.
versus, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that
And that's because to me, with a game, with the Super Bowl on the line, I don't care what this coach.
I don't care what you do.
Exactly.
I don't care what. Put like this: Patrick Mahomes turned into a game manager. You ain't never seen Patrick Mahomes do that. He didn't even.
Mahomes was running last week,
I mean,
and he hates running.
hate running.
He hates, but when the game's on the line,
It's about the W.
which is the reason why, me and Keith talked about this. I don't really like college basketball until March Madness because it's just like maybe not as much now. These cats be free flowing all year.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was like guys that you didn't know were NBA talent. In the tournament, they like, I'm going to the NBA next year, so whatever I do today, I'm going.
I'm going,
to die with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is my thing with the NBA, where they're screwing up, is that the one and done, because they're trying to hype all these young cats. You need to stay at least 2 years so people know who the hell you are.
Yeah. Cause
You completely lost college basketball.
Yeah.
Nobody pays attention to it, like you said, until the March Madness.
Which is why women's college basketball
It's blowing.
flourishing.
It's blowing up.
Because we know them. We
Yeah.
see them for 3 years.
Yeah, I said, so to me, I don't say 3 years, but after 2 years, the people who would leave after one, they ain't leaving. That's going to cut out a lot of those guys.
I would say 3 years only because you're getting paid now.
Yeah,
You
but Chris, 2 years you're gonna know if somebody's gonna be ready to play or not. 2 years is all you need.
So they gotta be in.
Like
they gotta
for
be in
me-
the league. They gotta be in college 2 years.
2 years, okay, at least 2 years, or G League 2 years, whatever. You gotta be in it 2 years
I'll give you that.
because what they did is a lot of the high school players who left straight from high school with the NBA never made it.
Yeah.
They got past, they weren't ready. So then what you did is the guys who went after 1 year, some of them, that cut down a lot of guys who in high school would have went to the league, but they had to play 1 year college.
Yeah.
So then to me what ends up happening is now you play 2 years, people actually know who the hell you are because like Colin Cowherd made a point that I don't know who the hell got some guys in Serbia. I don't watch Serbian, but I don't know who this dude is.
Oh,
Or Jang or whatever. We don't know who they are.
I'm 100% against
You know.
the foreigners.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm not
think they
against
got
them.
come. I'm
Okay.
not against them, but I feel like
Okay, but like
I
this.
never know who they are.
Okay, but like this. If you had to me, I think the All-Star games need to turn into foreign versus America.
Then foreign guys will get destroyed.
Starting five for the foreign. Luka, SGA, Giannis, Joker, and Wembanyama.
Wemby, okay.
American, Steph, LeBron, or AD, whichever. Embiid, because Embiid's American. You know, he switched over to America.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he switched over. He's American now. He's playing for the USA Olympic team. So he
Okay.
switched over to America.
Okay.
So you'd have Embiid, you'd have Steph, you'd have LeBron or AD, whichever. Pick.
Whichever.
I don't care.
Yeah,
You whatever. KD, and then Tyrese Halliburton or Jalen Brunson and Booker.
The Americans, if you
No. You ain't gonna say that. That squad is that European squad is nice. SGA, Luka, Giannis.
5 on 5, I might give it to
America.
But the bench.
The bench.
That
Yeah.
ain't no you when you.
But what I'm saying is I want to see I would rather see that than East West.
Yeah, because you got to take 10 players.
Yeah,
You got to take 10.
give me
You got-
that.
The American 10 will beat the European 10.
That would be nasty, dude.
It
It would be a game because then everybody wanted to play. Because back when we were young, everybody wanted to play in the All-Star game. It was about running your mouth, talking trash. Now it's like, hey man, don't get hurt, man. You know, I'm trying to get my bag. Forget all that. Let's go play. It's just a game.
Oh, you forgot because I'm thinking about you gonna have Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, you got Kawhi.
Paul George off the bench.
Okay, by the way,
doesn't win.
okay, here's my All-Star. Here's my All-Star backup.
Okay.
Well, you know who the starters are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my All-Star backup. Tell me what you think. Let me find it here.
All right, next time.
Here's my All-Star backup for the West.
Okay.
I got Steph,
For sure.
AD, Ant-Man,
Okay.
Sabonis, Booker, and Paul George. Kawhi.
Okay.
So I got Steph, AD, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi, Sabonis, Booker, and Paul George.
I like that. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that I think that should deserve.
I mean, who would you take out?
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing.
That's a nasty group right there.
Okay, I like Steph.
And then,
You don't got Kawhi Leonard on there?
yeah, Kawhi. I got Steph, AD, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi, Sabonis, Booker, and George. That's a nasty group right there. To go along with SGA,
Yeah. I
Luka,
don't think anybody's coming off.
yeah, SGA, Luka, KD, LeBron, and Jokic.
Yeah, I don't think I think
That's a squad. Then on the East, I've got Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brown, Bam, Donovan Mitchell, Banchero, and Trey.
Bam's off.
Who you gonna?
I never put Bam on.
You got to put Bam in there. You got to have a big guy. Who you gonna put? Is that you, Drew?
Yeah, I mean,
Who you gonna put? He wants to take Bam out by you on the East. Who you gonna put in there?
Porzingis.
Porzingis.
I'll put Porzingis in.
Okay,
He's been
Porzingis.
playing really well. Because Celtics might win it all, but he's been playing
Yeah,
really
he
well.
is. He's having a good year.
Okay, but so then Trey, I stuck Trey in there because I like Trey, and I'm prejudiced. But you can't have Trey, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Damian Lillard, and Halliburton.
Trey's not in it, and this is nothing but hate.
Hate.
No, it's not. It's
not hate. So who is it?
It's not hate. It's just. I mean, I guess you gotta call it hate.
Yeah.
The league hates Trae Young.
So you don't have him on there, so you hate him.
Yeah.
And he said, Drew, he just said it in the morning, right, Drew? Didn't you hear him say that?
I mean, because I also have to look from a fan's perspective. I don't want Trae in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care to watch Trae play.
Okay. Drew?
And I think he's good.
I like Trae Young. I mean, are we saying that he's an extra or?
Yeah, he'd be a reserve. Yeah.
I would like Trae a lot better if he was a 2. Like, not.
He too little to be a 2.
Well, I'm talking about like.
Not big enough.
The second best.
He's barely big enough to be.
So he'd be not 1A, but 2B. 2A or 2B. Yeah. He's saying he'd rather him be a 2 than a 1, Drew. As far as the player.
I think that's why I don't like him.
He's already a defensive liability.
Yep. He can't guard.
He can't guard. He can't really shoot.
No, he can't.
He can't guard. He can't really shoot. He's just a dude with the.
Yeah.
You know who he's the equivalent to me of Julius Randle. It's just a guy with the ball.
God dang. Well, Julius Randle. So you'll take Julius Randle over Trey, probably.
No.
In the All-Star game.
No, I hate Julius Randle. Oh, I hate Julius.
No. Between the two, I put Trey in instead of Julius Randle.
I would put Trey.
But the Thunder would love to have Julius Randle. I promise you that.
Yeah, the Thunder would love to have Julius Randle.
Why?
That's what he said.
I don't know why.
He said why, Drew?
He can score, he can rebound, he can play defense.
He can score, rebound, and play defense.
He just happens to be the dude with the ball. And that's what I think about. He just happens to be the guy with the ball.
Yeah. By the way, Drew, they're taking the 49ers. They don't think the Chiefs are going to score 20 points, and they think the 49ers are going to score 30.
49ers aren't going to score 30.
That's what.
That's
I don't know.
The Chiefs haven't getting up 30 all year.
They haven't given up 30 points all year, I know.
Yes.
You're not going to start today, but you
With
with 2 weeks.
He's better than Kid
He's better than
Go ahead, Drew.
Spagnolia 2 weeks to prepare for Purdy.
It ain't happening. I agree. Hey, Drew, do you want to go over your picks real quick?
Sure.
I went over them, but do you want to go over them?
To a lot of people in the NBA.
Let me get to him.
Okay, you took the Bucks minus 10, Drew.
Let me get to him real quick, man.
Okay.
Let me get to him real quick. Hold on just a second.
I bet Matt probably don't think he can hoop.
Who?
You think Julius Randle's good?
I think he's okay. That's why I put Trae Young and took him off
The fact
reserve.
that you think he's okay.
I think Julius Randle is good.
And he think
I think Julius Randle's good.
An all-star.
This year, yes. He's been balling this year.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you here, Matt. So you got the Bucks at
Minus 10. You got the Bucks minus 10. You have the Rockets plus 2.
Yeah, I think game 2 with the new coach, the Blazers are terrible. The Bucks should win that game going away. I like
The Blazers. The Blazers are terrible. The Blazers are terrible. The Blazers are terrible. Yeah. Then you taking the Rockets. How about the Rockets beating up on the Lakers and then Trae just destroying them last night? So anyway, you got the Rockets plus 2.
Yeah, Pelicans are on a downhill slide. They've been so hot and cold, and Rockets are much. The AD didn't play.
AD didn't play last night?
And D'Lo don't want to get traded.
Okay. And then, of course, the Kings plus 1.5.
Yeah, I like the Kings in that spot there. The Heat have lost 8 in a row. First time they've ever lost 8 in a row.
The Heat have lost 8 in a row?
Easier. Yeah. I don't think it's the first time they've ever lost 8 in a row under Spoelstra.
Yeah. Wow.
Time for Jimmy Butler to come to the Lakers.
No kidding, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be a real nice pickup. That'd be nice.
Good.
Yeah. Trey LeBron back down there.
Right
Chris, I had to do that to mess you up, man. Drew, I had to mess up Chris. You just saw a look on his face, man.
You trade LeBron to the Thunder?
I'm kidding, man. I'm messing with you. No, I'm not trading LeBron. I don't want LeBron. don't want
They
LeBron.
might get him if the Thunder pick
Gonna
Ronnie.
need somebody.
Yeah, no.
They trade SGA.
What?
They keep
If the Thunder draft
I
Bronny,
know.
he'll
I
be
agree.
coming to Oklahoma City.
You hear that, Drew? They're disrespecting SGA.
What's
That's
that?
Chris said the same thing we've been saying. How the Thunder are disrespecting SGA.
This is
100%.
This is KD and Westbrook all over.
Oh,
again.
that's exactly what I said. KD and Westbrook all over again. That's exactly what it is. They are disrespecting
Well,
him.
they're set. They're down there missing their whole team tonight. They're an 8-point underdog right now.
Is it an 8-point? Wait, who's all playing tonight? Who's not playing tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I know J-Dub and Isaiah
Let me
Joe
see
are
here.
out.
I tell you.
They said
So
SGA
right now
illness.
on the injury list, you got SGA, Dort, Joe, Holmgren, and Williams.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
SGA, Dort,
SGA,
J-Dub,
Dort,
Chet, and Isaiah Joe?
Holmgren and J Will. Yeah.
That's four of your. That's four of your.
You got illness for SGA. Dort's got an ankle.
So what you're basically doing is you're giving away a game.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're giving away a game. Wow.
Which they probably were going to lose anyway, I think. But.
Okay, Santa Clara. You got Santa Clara tonight plus 14.
Yeah, I mean, I like St. Mary's. That's a decent squad, but Santa Clara is 16-3. They got a nice little squad. They got Jay Will's brother on their team. They got a decent unit. They're not 15 points worse than St. Mary's.
I agree. Kentucky.
Yeah, I love Kentucky tonight against Florida, especially coming off that. They had a nice win at Arkansas, at Barnhill, and then
That was a nice game too. That was a nice game.
Big Z's coming around for them. Kentucky's one to watch win a championship.
Yep, they need one. Georgia, man, really?
Georgia, Alabama again. Too many points, I think.
That's a lot of points. That's why I looked at
rivalry
6.5. God dang.
Too many points.
That's a lot. Of course, you're taking the big
I'm
boy.
on a bunch of dogs today, so I like a lot of dogs.
Oh no, you liking the big for the ZD at Purdue? You're taking all the points.
Yeah, I like Purdue though. Northwestern struggling right now.
They don't have an answer for the big boy inside anyway, do they?
No, they don't. I mean, Purdue should roll the ball out on the floor and beat them by 10 points at least.
Then Providence and UConn taking the over.
Yeah, I'm actually over 139. UConn themselves is averaging about 80 points a game. I mean, I think Providence is better than people think. They got a decent squad, and they always play UConn tough for whatever reason.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
And they're physical. Providence is a physical basketball team.
Yep, they are. It's going to be good. That's going to be a game I may watch because I don't know how much I'm going to be watching the Thunder game. Red Wings, High Stick Harry. He's taking the Red Wings in the money line tonight.
I saw that. I haven't seen who they're playing.
Yeah, I haven't either. I just threw that in there because I knew that he was that was part of his pick, so I went ahead and threw that in there to give him a little love. So, anything you want to talk about there, bro?
Yeah, I want to talk about why TV Teddy Valentine can't blow his whistle last night. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Your Tar Heels tonight, last night, man. That was pathetic. That was pathetic, bro.
You can't go 9 for 18 from the free throw line
No.
and shoot 31% from the field. So.
No, you can't. They completely overlooked him.
Yeah.
It's just like
they were looking ahead to Saturday.
it's just like the Thunder losing to Detroit and the Panthers the Hornets beating the Timberwolves. They both Thunder and T-Wolves lost the night before. So, but I'm not a fan of what the Thunder are doing either tonight. But I agree. When you look ahead and you have a big game, you always talk about how you can lose that game very easily if you're looking ahead to the next game, which is not hard to do. So, all right, brother, we're going to get out of here.
They damn near do it every year. They do it every year too. Every year.
All right, well, I'm going to see you later. I don't know if we're going to do a show tonight. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do a show tonight after the Thunder game. It may be a beatdown. I don't know how that's going to work, so we're going to see how that's going to work.
I can't believe that they're just going to sit everybody. That's disappointing.
Yes, in this game. And then you got, so what they're basically going to do is try to save everybody for the next 3.
Yeah.
Or the next 2 and go 7-3 over this 10-game spread. So, and then a couple before that after that. So, who, by the way.
It doesn't even say GTD. It says out. No game time decision. They're out.
Wow. Why do I want to go to that game? I need to call the commander. Well, I haven't seen my boy,
Yeah,
so I
no
need to go
kidding.
holler at him. I need to go holler at him. So, all right, brother, appreciate
All
you.
right, buddy. I'll see you later.
That's my guy, Drew
Yep.
Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Hit our boy up.
Don't be great.
He's such an ass. Everybody else want to thank Keith over here at Cutting Up for letting us come into the shop tonight. Thank